Welcome, everyone, to the iRacing Super Stock League Cup Cars at Talladega. It's going to be a money race here at Talladega Super Speedway. Joining me tonight to call the action, he's got a lot of expertise in these super speedway races. It's Joe Wright. Hey, Joe, how you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I'm excited to see some more. Me and Josh called one of these races last night. It was pretty exciting. A couple of wrecks, one big one, and a couple of minor wrecks. But these guys are starting to get their wheels underneath them, and should be a good race.
So that was kind of a learning experience for a lot of these drivers. It's called the iRacing Super Stock League because they most of the time race street stock, so it was a little bit new to when they started running cup cars at super speedways. But they've already had a chance to try it out on Sunday, so we'll see how they'll do tonight.
Yeah, it was an interesting change of pace for these guys. You can definitely tell some of them weren't comfortable with the other guys and how much they were moving around. And as you and I talked about before the broadcast, seems like a couple of guys are still trying to really dial in the ability to follow and push and do all the things that it takes to win here on a super speedway.
Right, and right now there are turning some very fast times. I've been noticing, though, a lot of shifting around while drafting. So you know a lot about super speedways considering your time in F&D. What is going to be some things to look for here at Talladega from these drivers?
I think you'll see a little bit of patience at the very beginning, especially from some of the more experienced guys. We saw that last night as well, where the first 10 or so, 20 or so laps, they were pretty patient, and then you see them get a little bit racier and a little bit more all over the place toward the finish of the race. But with this small field, I think that these guys are going to play it safe and go for it there at the end. Probably with about 5 or 10 laps left to go, they'll be going for it.
It's a short race, 25 laps, so how many laps was last night's race?
Last night we ran a 50 lapper and had about 16 cars, and I think we finished with 8 or 10.
It's a
So
little bit of a shorter race and looks like we have less cars. Right now we got 14 in the session. Top of the board right now is Ron Morris Jr. in the number 76, setting a time of 48.254.
and Ron was super racy last night, so he got caught up in one of the wrecks and ended up a couple laps down. He's there in the 88, the Mountain Dew car actually. Running a custom number, but Ron was looking good yesterday. He pushed to the front a couple times, had some good runs toward the front, and so I would expect to see the same from him tonight as well.
Right, we've seen him a lot in the short track Superstock series, and he showed a lot of success on short track racing, and he'll get another chance to prove himself even after he was involved in a wreck last night. Also, second, we got Bill Watkins setting a time of 48.259, another familiar face.
Yeah, Bill Watkins was in there again last night as well. And again, he was super racy early in the race, kind of faded there toward the end.
So normally at these super speedway races, there's a lot of shifting around up and down the leaderboard.
Yeah, just sometimes you get, one little mistake at man can send you to the back. If somebody doesn't go with you, you get hung out in the middle, you're going to the back. Kind of those kind of things will
Right.
cost you valuable positions.
Qualifying coming up in 50 seconds. A lot of awesome paint schemes in the cup cars. For example, we've got the Jimmy Johnson, this year's Darlington throwback, on that number 27 car of Corey Miller.
Yeah, it's a cool paint scheme. The 777 throwback. It's a nice ode to all the older heads.
Well, looks like nobody. Currently, the highest driver in iRating got Ian Martin in here, Brandon Holder. But if you guys want to be in a lot of these races, get information on their Facebook page, iRacing Superstock League. They're a group. You have to join the group. When you do, they'll You can get invitations. They also have a Discord. You'll find the link to the Discord on their Facebook page. And you can DM them as well. Even more, Ian Martin, he's got a Facebook page, a Twitter page. So he'll put even more information on there as well.
Yep, and so we're starting to get super busy too, man, putting in broadcasts pretty much every night of the week, I think, except for Wednesday and Thursday.
For this week, yeah.
Yeah, so like, subscribe, do it all. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Let's get some more viewers out there. These guys usually put on a really good show. We got a couple new leagues coming on board as well, so should be exciting.
Yeah, we got two new leagues, the original Rebels Racing League and the iRacing Oval Series that we're going to be adding. You and Josh are going to be doing those.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about those. Just that kind of change of pace, different storylines, atmospheres of guys driving. So it'll be interesting.
So definitely go and check out those as well. We got a lot of familiar faces in these ones. Right now we're at qualifying here at Talladega Super Speedway. See who's going to get up there on the board. So Joe,
I'm not going to give away any secrets, man. I knew you were going to ask me. No, go ahead.
But is track position with the qualifying going to matter much here at Talladega?
No, I know you know this, but I like to qualify to see what we can do, where we are at with our speeds in our cars when we do an open setup. Um, this a lot of this has to do with your line and the way you run it, but track position doesn't matter so much, right? A lot of times I'll qualify at the front in FND and ask for an EOL just because I don't want to be in the mix early. You never know what's going to happen, who's going to get racy, who's going to wreck. So yeah, track position, you see it in real life. They can sit at the back till 10 laps to go and drive straight to the front. So
I know we just had a super speedway race on Saturday at Daytona, and we saw a lot of drivers that normally sit in the back at a lot of these races up front racing for the win. I know like Brendan Gaughan, I think he got like a top 10. And a lot of other drivers that not most of the time aren't really up front make it there. But first,
yeah, and there's a lot of wrecking on that last lap too that helped a lot of those guys out as well.
right. First time on the board, we got Jory Williams in the number 19 Jordan car. He set a time of 51.128. Corey
It's
Miller.
about where he ran last night, Jory. I think he was in the ones last night as well, so that's pretty good.
Only a thousandth off him was Corey Miller in the number 27 Ally car.
So last night, Michael White, I think, got it with an 084.
Jeez.
So I think you should look for something in the zeros that will take the pole here.
Got James Grimm, Bill Watkins, Ian Martin, TJ Floyd. All these guys still need to put a time on the board. Will someone break into the 50s? Oh, Ron Morris. He didn't do that, but he's still up there. 51.124.
That was a good lap for the 5, I bet.
Yep. New on the top of the board. 51.062. Almost there to the 50s.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be able to get into the 5.0s. I don't think that's the case. I think just under a .1 is gonna be where you're at. That 6.2 is gonna be hard to beat.
Like majority of these guys are finishing up. Still James Grimm, Bill Watkins need to get on the board. Ian Martin. All right. Now we're watching TJ Floyd in that number 49 car. He right now is in 11th. Bill Watkins is there as well. He's in 10th currently, in the bottom portion of qualifying right now. Here's James Grimm. He has not put on a time on the board yet.
All right, guys, going to go over the drivers'
And
meeting.
here's Ian Martin now with the drivers'
iRacing
meeting.
controlled cautions. I will not be throwing cautions. iRacing controlled lucky dogs. I won't be giving you waiver rounds. Double file restarts. The lap cars will restart in the rear. 3 green-white checkered attempts. 0 faster pairs. The leader has the lane choice on restarts. The leader controls the starts on the restarts once the pace car is in the pit lane. Just make sure he's in the pit lane before you fire so nobody gets a penalty. You got a 17x incident limit. Once you get 17x, it'll just automatically disqualify you. Tonight's race is broadcasted on Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. After the race is over, top 3 finishers get in the Discord and get in the waiting room for interviews. It's not required, but if you would, get in there so they can interview you. Top 3. Payouts tonight are 75 to win, 45 to second, and 35 to third. The race control can penalize or remove any driver before, during, or after the race without a refund. Just race with your head on straight and there won't be any problems. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Good luck.
He's so matter of fact. I love it.
All the rules and stuff. Like if he would do a very good job running like actual NASCAR.
Yeah, he's very fair. He tells you how it is and he lets you know what he expects. So there you go.
One thing to look forward to, we're having a new short track super stock series starting on October the 5th. Signups are open right now. There are only 40 slots in the series, so first come, first serve, and that means the first 40 that pay will get into the series guaranteed.
Is that $5 for the
Yep.
season too?
$5 entry fee. You can pay on Venmo or PayPal. Go into the Discord for more information on that if you want to participate.
That's pretty good stuff for a whole season of hosting and being broadcasted. Only $5. I know they're gonna do some heat races. I know they're gonna do some cool stuff with that series, so it'll be exciting to watch as well.
So the schedule is USA International Speedway, South Boston, Southern National Motorsports Park, Lanier National Speedway, Concord Speedway, and Langley Speedway. A pretty nice looking schedule for the short track super stock series. A lot of tracks that we've seen before, a new one, Langley.
Good old Langley.
But everyone that needs to qualify for the most part has qualified. Looks like Ian Martin. He's probably going to be starting in the back. I mean, that's a good choice. Considering
Yeah, I think starting in the back is definitely not a bad idea, considering what could happen. When you get these many guys who are not used to racing with each other together, you never know what the guy in front of you is going to do, unless you know him.
Right. When you're racing the same car at the same type of track over and over and over again, you kind of get used to the other drivers that you're racing with.
Right, you know who to give a little bit more space than someone else. Like Dave Swindell, I like to give him a little bit of extra space, you know.
You got to learn the tendencies of your competitors.
Right. So Tyler Reddick, his tendency is to slide up in front of you and put you in the wall.
We're still talking about that.
We'll see if anybody does that here tonight. Well, what Kyle Busch called it a slide job in hashtag 2020.
No, I mean 25 laps at Talladega. It could be. Who knows? It could be. We could see 0 cautions. Or we could have 10 cautions.
I'm hoping for the earlier version of that, not so much the 10 cautions. I'm good with 0.
All right, and qualifying has been completed. So here's going to be your starting grid here. Starting first, setting a fast time of 51.062. The number 5 of Brandon Holder. Starting second in the number 6, it is Brad Neer. Starting third in the number 22 Shell Pennzoil, it's Dylan Herviton. Starting fourth in the number 88 Mountain Dew, that's Ron Morris Jr. Starting fifth in the number 19 Jordan Toyota Camry, it is Jory Williams. Starting sixth in the number 27 Corey Miller in the Chevrolet Camaro Ally car. Seventh, in the number 06, Ally car. We got Wyatt C. Martin running in that Chevrolet Camaro. Starting seventh in a Ford Mustang, we got the Maytag car of Joshua McKinney. Starting ninth in the number 11 is Toby Eckenberg in the TRD Toyota Camry. Starting 10th in the number 34, we've got James Grimm in the Northwest Chevrolet Camaro. Starting 11th is the number 8 Little Caesar Chevrolet Camaro. Starting 12th is the number 49 of TJ Floyd. 13th is the 115 of Jonathan Mitchum Chevrolet Camaro. And in that Toyota Camry number 1 car, it's Ian Martin. So that is your starting grid here at Talladega Super Speedway. And they're off. Here we go. Front row, Brandon Holder, Brad Neer. The front row.
Might have to tell the FND guys about this little run for money. See if any of them want to get in there.
That would be
Give these
cool.
guys a little show.
I'm sure if this, yesterday's was a success. So if today's is good, then if they have another one, definitely go. I'd go and contact F&D. Get some of the guys of the F&D crew.
It is a fixed setup, so that's a pretty different thing for those guys. We all run the open sets, but fixed set, there's the advantage that you would then have is the ability to work with other people, and so it might work out for them.
All right, pace car pulls in for money, baby. Here we go, Talladega Super Speedway.
The risk is high, but the reward's even better.
Yes. Start finish line isn't in the middle of the tri-oval normally, so we'll wait till they get to this farther back one. Here we go. Green flag is out here. We're starting here at Talladega Super Speedway, and Brandon Holder gets that good restart, and we're already single file for the most part. Battle for third going on. We've got the 19 of Jory Williams. He gets under that 88 car of Ron Morris. Look back up front here. The Brandon Holder, who's got the 6 car of Brad Neer right on his bumper.
I would expect you'll see Jory and Roy jump out, or Ron Morris jump out here to the outside pretty quick, unless they start to get a breakaway. But yeah, Jory wanted to be at the front most of the race yesterday, so I'd imagine if Ron gets tied up to Jory, they'll jump outside here and go too wide, try to push for the lead.
This top 5 right now, from Brandon Holder to Ron Morris, is separated from the others, so we got a breakaway here, Talladega. And
yeah, so if those guys do what we call a Q lap, start hitting that bottom line in the corners and let it fade out to the wall in the straightaways or in the short shoots, they'll actually drive away from that group behind them because they're organized. They're ready to go. The guys behind them aren't getting organized quick enough to get going.
so nobody is going to the outside yet. They remain single file on the bottom. Like you said, the most likely contenders to move up is Jory Williams and Ron Morris Jr., who their situation currently. Got Brad Neer and Dylan Herviton right behind them. Looks like the others are starting to catch up. Leading that pack is Corey Miller in that number 27 Ally car. And yep, they've caught up.
Yeah, so if you're less than a second behind, you're pretty good to go. You're not have no worries. That's what I was saying. If they would have made their line a little different, raced it a little different, they might have been able to break that draft and get away from them. But it looks like they've all caught up now, and now I got to see some racing. I'm worried about the two. There's 2 cars off the pace further back. I think it's Ian Martin and TJ.
It's no, it looks like it's Ian Martin. Oh yeah, it is Ian Martin and TJ. There's another car that's 11 seconds away, James Grimm in the number 34.
Again, that could be a strategy. Man, they could just try to stay out of the big one, stay out of the wreck that may or may not happen. So
far, we're seeing some clean racing going on. Right now, the leader on the high side is that 11 car, but looks like Ron Morris Jr. now moves up to the high side to be the leader up there.
Yeah, Ron's not going to be content sitting there, and here goes the 19. He's going to jump up too.
Yep, like we said, here comes Jory Williams in that number 19, and we've got the run to the front starting to come from the top here.
Oh, Jory thought otherwise. He's dipped back down.
That leaves Ron Morris Jr. back up there as the leader. Now, the 27, he makes the bold move and goes up there. Corey Miller.
So that top side is more stable, Atman, but it takes steady hands to push each other through the corners and to be able to stay right on somebody's bumper throughout the corners. And you'll see that these guys are just got that little bit of not so steady in the corners. So these guys on the bottom are running it really well. They're keeping it locked down there. They're not pushing high out of the corners. I'd be worried about the temperatures on that 6 car eventually, though, if he's staying that close the whole race.
Maybe here's the 6 car right now, Brad Neer. He's got that front bumper of that Ford Mustang right almost there to Brandon Holder. A good draft going on. We might see him pop up now and then for some cool air. Temperature's going to be getting pretty hot in that Ford Mustang.
Yeah, usually you'll see us in the straightaway, give it a little breather, stick that nose out to the right just a little bit, give it some air. You watch the temperature. You can actually watch the temperatures go down. And if you're pushing somebody, you know they'll move a little bit to the right, even let you have that left side, the yellow line, so the guy behind you is not dipping below you. So if you guys know each other, they might give you a little bit of air.
Because there is a lot of communication going on in the voice chat. Of people telling each other what's going on. For the most part, the top line has fizzled out. We've got the 7 car of Joshua McKinney currently the leader, but it looks like he's pulling back down. Oh, no, he stays up there. He's got Jonathan Mitchell and Wyatt C. Martin drafting behind him. But the 7 car, he now pulls back down, so that leaves Jonathan Mitchell as the new leader of the high side. Oh, 7 car pulls back up now. Here comes Ron Morris Jr. again to the high side. And looks like the 11 car of Toby Eckenberg, he's peeking. And he's going to make his way up there to the high side in that number 11 car.
That tie side's going to have to be super organized. You're going to need at least 4 cars who are pretty tight to each other to make any ground. 2's not going to do it by themselves. 3 will help, but 4 is your best shot at getting a good run out there.
And we do have 4 right now, but they're generally spread out between each other for the most part. Oh, the 22 car. Uh-oh. He gets loose. And yet we're spinning.
Oh, yeah, there's the big one. Is the yellow out?
Yep, yellow is out here at Talladega Superspeedway. We'll get slow. All right, here's the slow motion replay here.
So does a 19 touch him, or does he just pull up a little too late? That's the question here.
Right now, the 22 pulls up. Had nothing to do with the 19 there. Yep. Gets into the 6 car of Bradneer, puts him upward, and then he just curves downward into the number 11 of Toby Eckenberg. Then they get into the 19 car. Ron Morris is there. 7 car gets hit. Boom.
Wow. Did you see the 27 go underneath the 19, right underneath of him?
I want to get that cockpit perspective of the number 27 of Corey Miller.
It looks like the 22 is just trying to get back in line and thought he might have been cleared and wasn't quite clear. Yeah. Definitely a racing deal here. Everybody who gets in it, victim of circumstances, right underneath of him. Nice.
Awesome, Corey Miller. That's awesome. Great avoidance there. Looks like got some people in the pits. Jonathan Mitchum, Toby Eckenberg, Wyatt C. Martin, Ron Morris Jr., Ian Martin, James Grimm, Dylan Herviton. All these guys right now are in the pits. People stayed out. Brandon Holder, Brad Neer, Joshua McKinney, Corey Miller, Bill Watkins, TJ Floyd. These are the guys that didn't get into the wreck. So this gives these guys that were far away from the field, like Ian Martin, TJ Floyd, James Grimm, to catch back up, and we'll see if they can get a better restart to stick with the rest of the pack here.
And I think that was the strategy, yeah, man. I think they were definitely trying to just stay away from that big one, try not to be a part of it, and they succeeded, so good job to them. Unfortunately, there's still another 15 laps of this to go, so.
For Super Speedway, it's a lot of time, but at the same time, it's not a lot of time.
Yeah, it sounds like not very many laps, but given the length of the course and the white knuckle racing that happens, it takes forever, it seems like.
Definitely. I mean, Super Speedways, they're always so unpredictable. Why when you ask a lot of NASCAR fans and you say, what's your favorite track, though, a lot of them will always say either Daytona or Talladega.
I'm definitely in that Talladega fan. It's my place. It's the best racing I've ever seen in real life. Last April, I got to watch Chase Elliott flip through the air. I guess 2 Aprils ago now.
Right. Oh, that one, when he was racing the 24. And he hit AJ Allmendinger. I remember that. That was scary. believe this time by lights on the pace car should go off. And yep. We've got the same front two as when we first restarted. Brandon Holder, Brad Neer.
Do we know if those guys are teammates? They've been driving pretty well together.
I don't see anything on their car that like indicates that they're part of a team. I'm not sure. They've been drafting pretty close to each other.
It might just be a confidence with each other type thing from practice, even.
Oh, it looks like Brandon Holder in his Discord profile picture, he's got that same GBM graphic as Brad Neer has on his hood. So I do think these two are part of a team. And that's why they're running so close quarters, drafting.
It's not a bad thing to have a friend out there, I'll tell you that,
Right.
man.
That's how it is. That's how it was with like the F&D squad. Of other allies with you on the track, someone to draft with, and that a lot of times can lead to success on the racetrack.
Absolutely, especially at places like this. You know, if you switch a lane and you see your guy up high and their guy down low, you're gonna go high with your guy no matter what, because you're confident in that person's ability to get you around safely. And given that thought process, you might see Wyatt and Ian get together here, make some things happen, maybe even TJ as well.
It's like Jory Williams, I forgot to mention, Jory Williams has manually disconnected from the server.
Yeah, his straight into the wall. Done.
But yeah, I don't think there's any resets.
No resets. Nope.
Yeah, that's hard at these super speedways.
I think that's one of the reasons you don't see very aggressive racing early on.
All right, we're back restarting here at Talladega, side by side. Brandon Holder, Brad Neer, they pull up to each other and they're now running away from the others. Big gap between them and Corey Miller. They just hooked up straight away and they're running away from the others.
Still not big enough, man. These guys are going to catch them.
Right.
We'll see them all caught back up. Looks like Ian Martin and those guys are sticking with the group this time. They're not going to fall off the back this time.
No, and how they still have. It's a lot of time, but yet still a short amount of time until the finish. You can't really afford to be too far away. When you're about 5 laps to go, you're about like 7 seconds away. That's how far they were earlier before the caution came out. So that wouldn't be good if you were 7 seconds away with 5 laps to go. There wouldn't be a lot to do to catch back up.
Yeah, these two at the front are hooked up well. If they queue it up, if they swing it out to the wall, coming off the corners, they could pull away. They could drop the draft. Especially if that third car gets hooked up with them and they start doing that, they're really going to go.
Yeah, Corey Miller, he's about 4/10 away, so he keeps up his momentum, then he should hook up behind these two.
Yeah, they're driving away from those guys behind them for sure.
The distance between them and Joshua McKinney in fourth is 1.8 seconds. Now 1.9.
Yep.
Ever increasing.
That third car is going to help them even go faster now, too.
Oh, whoa, lap traffic. Dylan Herviton, he just came off of the pits.
We had a guy last night, man, come out of pits and either missed a shift or did something weird, but he reamed out in second gear and wrecked the whole field.
You hate to see it. Something like that. Looks like the field. Still, Ron Morris Jr. is still on pit road. He's been on it for 7 minutes now.
Yeah, he's probably trying to get that thing repaired. Again, for the second night in a row, he's had some just bad luck getting caught up in that wreck.
It looks like Corey Miller.
These three are flying, but looks like that group might be catching them a little bit, right, Atman?
About 1.4 for Wyatt C. Martin. So yeah, they've gained about 5/10 since we last looked at it. So they are gaining a little bit.
The more cars you have, the better, the more speed you're going to have overall, the momentum.
Corey Miller, yep, he's right there. Corey Miller's finally hooked up to these two, so they'll continue to fly.
Looks like you got another 2-car breakaway with the Martins boys in the middle there.
Yep, here we go. Oh yeah, these two, White C. Martin and Ian Martin, they're looking good ahead of Joshua McKinney. They're about 8/10 ahead of them, and they're beginning to catch up now to these three up here.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a heck of a run. You'll see them jump outside. They're gonna be flying when they get there.
They've already gotten pretty much to the back of the bumper of Corey Miller. Ian Martin's already moving up high, but he pulls back down.
Might have been a little too soon. I think that broke their momentum by doing that, actually.
Uh-oh.
Wyatt needs to drag that brake if he wants to get on front of Ian's car.
Now we got these 5 hooked up. Joshua McKinney in 6th has a 1.1 second gap. I think if they have some good momentum, they'll probably catch them with about, 5 laps to go, which should make for an exciting finish. Oh, looks like it was beyond repair for these two. Dylan Herviton and Ron Morris Jr. both have manually disconnected. Sad that something like that has ended their day.
Yeah, that's a bummer for those guys, but that's like I said, high risk, high reward here at Talladega.
So now we're down to 11 machines on the track. We're into 10 laps to go here.
It almost looks like Wyatt and Ian are kind of trying to give a little bridge between them and that back group. Or they were just backing up for a run to make a move on the outside down the backstretch.
There's a lot of shifting and stuff going on back here. A lot of back and forth between these 5.
You're gonna have a run for the lead here, Atman.
Oh, here they come. The Martin brothers. Wyatt C. Martin, Ian Martin on the top. Corey Miller goes up to draft with them as well. I see that 27 is moving up there, but he's going to stay down now behind Brad Neer and Brandon Holder.
So that was a practice run, Atman. I don't know if you noticed that. They timed that almost perfect where they had a shot at the line. They were a little bit too early. So the next time you see them try that, it's going to be just right or just a little bit too late. So it all depends on when they make that move. And they backed up and they got a good run and they started that run at almost the perfect time. They were a little too early, though.
We're nearing 5 laps to go here at Talladega. And that's when it gets to the nitty-gritty. Some big moves, bold moves start to be made.
Lots of cooling down of those engine temps. Making sure that whoever's pushing is definitely cooled down for that last lap nice push that they're going to have and run. Looks like they're going to try it again up out of the turn 2. Down the backstretch again.
All right. Wyatt C. Martin, he's about equal with second place Brad Neer.
They should clear him going into 3. Yep, there you go.
Wyatt C. Martin with the nose.
A little slip by Ian up the track. That's going to cost them a little bit of time, but if he stays to him here coming off the corner, they might get a good run down the front stretch.
All right, we'll see what happens in the tri-oval. Oh, the two, Brandon Holder and Brad Neer, have cleared them. They're now side by side with Corey Miller. They're back up they're equal with Brad Neer. And they're back up there with Brandon Holder. Battle for the lead here. 5 laps to go.
And 27 pops up. It's going to help him. Give him a little help. 3 versus 2. Definitely the 3 will win it if they keep it connected.
No, we're Corey Miller. He's trying to decide whether he's going to go to the high side or the bottom. Right now, he's sticking to the bottom. But we've seen him.
It's just easier to go back to the bottom than it is to go up and follow those guys.
Looks like they're falling a little bit backwards.
Yeah, Ian's probably getting a little warm. He was pushing for a while. He's probably going to let it cool off for another lap or 2, I would imagine, or 3. And then I'd say give it another shot and see what happens.
When he does do that, it'll be about the final lap. So that'll be the final time you'll try to test that run. Yeah, those back guys are not going to catch them. 3 seconds is the gap right now.
So about the middle of 3 and 4 is where you really want to start leaning on Wyatt if you're Ian there. So middle of 3 and 4, they'll start pushing. And then coming off of 4, your run should be so dramatic that you wouldn't even have to worry about whether or not those guys have a shot at it or not.
3 laps to go now. Still trying to cool that number 1 car down. Got Ian Martin. Oh, here they come. They're going up on the high side. Wyatt C. Martin, he's equal right now with the 6.
Oh, they had a heck of a run coming this time.
What a run.
Wyatt might even clear him and get down.
And he does so. New leader on the bottom, Wyatt C. Martin. That just leaves Ian Martin up there hanging.
Yeah, it's going to stack those guys up a little bit here, but I think that was the race-winning move, possibly. Oh, they're going to jump outside on him now.
Brandon Holder, Brad Beer.
Yeah, but they're going to have to work hard because Ian's going to get back up in there too, and they're going to see if they can still keep it separated.
Holder's cleared him. He's
yeah,
cleared
only
Wyatt
one
C.
clear. Only one. Ooh, both clear. Awesome. Really good comeback on that inside line or outside line.
What a move, Brandon Holder. Way to put it back in there.
Kind of a super speedway crossover. I like it. And
Caution's
somebody's disappeared. Out. Caution's out, but also one of the race drivers disappeared.
That's Brandon Holder. Wait, what? Uh-oh, that's not good. He had a fast car. Brandon Holder is mainly disconnected.
Was it Brandon or Dylan?
It was Brandon.
Okay.
Might be something. Another driver that's mainly disconnected. The 5 of Brandon Holder.
Yeah, that might have been just a connection drop or a power loss there, Atman. But it would say receive.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Yeah.
But the caution.
Oh, TJ Floyd wrecked it, huh?
All right, so here's got the perspective right now of TJ Floyd. So we got a move being made. Him and the 7 of Joshua McKinney are making the move under the 115 of Jonathan
Looks like
Mitchum.
the 7 got down on the apron and TJ moved up to maybe avoid him and just lost control. Hey, that's so.
Oh, thread the needle there. The 8 and the 11 made it.
Everybody thinks that tri-oval is easy at Talladega. It looks really easy, right? But if you go on board with TJ Floyd here, you're going to see that there's a bump right in the middle of that turn. And I think he hit that bump and it turned him sideways.
All right, here we go. So he's going up to avoid the 7. Boom. Curves down.
Yep.
Not the ideal point right here. Hits the apron. Curves up. Oh, barely missed the 11 car. And then he tags the wall.
He almost had it saved, that man. Yeah, he didn't get quite to the bump, but That tri-oval is tricky. It's super flat in relation to most tri-ovals, so it can be tricky. It can mess with you. You can definitely get loose like that, and it happens a lot.
Like a few drivers heading onto pit road. Bill Watkins, Joshua McKinney, TJ Floyd, all these guys right now are into the pits. Bill Watkins is off now.
That's a shame for Near. He lost his partner at the front. Oh, he's back. Never mind, I
Brandon
lied.
Holder, he's back.
Wow. What a lucky time to have a caution for that guy.
If this was like final lap and he just disappears, that would not be ideal. Like you said, for Brad Near.
Yeah. So we got Holder, Near, Martin.
And then Corey Miller. But a lot of these drivers that were in that back pack last restart now are back into the mix of things during this green-white checkered.
They got a shot at it, but I'll tell you what, man, they got to keep that pedal to the floor. This is Talladega. There's no lifting now. It's going to be a green-white checker. You got to go. You better learn to steer that thing sideways. I'm really digging that 7-time paint job. That thing's cool. I'm excited to see Jimmy run it this weekend. That's this weekend, right, Darlington?
Mm-hmm. Yep, on the...
Or do they have a week off?
Nope, September 6th. It's the Darlington.
Yeah, so that's this weekend, right?
They got a new sponsor. I think now the race is sponsored by Cookout.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. I think it's the Cookout Southern 500.
Instead of the Bojangles?
Right. Another South fast food restaurant.
Oh, he was a lap down.
So
They gave him a wave around, though.
Uh-oh. So front row, Wyatt C. Martin, Brad Near. Behind Brad Near, we got Ian Martin. Behind Wyatt C. Martin, we've got Corey Miller, Bill Watkins, Toby Eckenberg, James Grimm, Bill Watkins, Joshua McKinney, Brandon Holder, and TJ Floyd. 11 cars in the mix here, but only one can win that moolah. Let's see. Here comes TJ Floyd now, catching up to the pack.
If you're Wyatt Martin, what do you think you want to do here, man?
You gotta get a good restart, stick to the back of someone, then on the final lap, no holds barred.
Yeah, so I think Ian, might see Ian lay into that pole position guy, and they'll push Near
until
out
he can
the front
with Wyatt C. Martin.
Yeah, I think he'll dump him and jump up in front of Wyatt, and I think they'll go around him on the outside. That's what they should do. We'll see what happens here.
Brandon Holder, right before the pace car pulls down, he's now catching up. I don't think he'll catch up to Brad Near in time to really give him.
It's going to be a tall order. It took Ian a while and Wyatt to get clear of those guys at the back. They're a little bit slower, and they don't get organized as fast. So Holder's got the work cut out for him here. We got a full crowd here at Talladega.
Tickets are sold out.
2-lap shootout.
All right. Pace car pulls onto pit road. And here we go. 2 laps to go here at Talladega. Brad Near with the good restart.
Yeah, he got a really good shove from Ian Martin to get him moving. He spun the tires just a little bit, but Here we go. Wyatt's going to jump in behind Ian. You're going to see them hit the outside real quick, I think, here.
Whoa, Brandon Holder's already up to 9th. Here come. There we go. Ian Martin, Wyatt C. Martin, Corey Miller, all these guys pull up, and they've cleared. Wow. They've cleared Brad Neer for the most part. Oh, getting down onto the apron, risky. Corey Miller about lost it. That's very dangerous to be there.
Watch out. Holder's on the outside. He's coming. And the teammates are hooked up on the outside now. Corey Miller better jump out there if he wants a chance at this thing. He's got to go now, though. Nope, it's going to be too late for him to jump out.
White flag here at Talladega Super Speedway. Ian Martin moves up to the high side. We're 3 wide. Here comes Brad Neer in the middle. He's got the nose going into the straightaway ahead of Wyatt C. Martin. Oh, Ian Martin gets into Wyatt C. Martin. That gives Brad Neer up.
Definitely stuck his nose in a hole, and that hole closed. But we got Jonathan Mitchum now making a run at this thing, man.
What's he gonna do? Jonathan, is he gonna try to do something? He pulls down low. He's got that push. Brad Neer's got the push from Brandon Holder, though.
Still got the short shoot. Still got the short shoot.
Side by side.
This is what's great about Talladega. I just never know.
Brad Neer.
And Mitchum's going to take second.
What a finish there. Brad Neer in the number 6 GBM. Fix it up here at Talladega Super Speedway.
Congratulations to Brad Neer. Heck of a run by Mitchum coming from the back. Didn't even see him the whole race. Comes in the second spot. And then Holder taking the third spot away.
I know Brandon Holder had to perform a tough job, but making it all the way from the back to help push his teammate, but he did it. Flying colors.
He went outside and made it happen. Ian took a chance on that inside 3 wide. Didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Messed up him and Wyatt toward the end there.
So we're going to start off by pulling... Oh, first we're going to go over the results here. So representing Team Indiana, a place where a lot of racing goes on. I wonder if he's been to Indianapolis before, but Brad Neer in the number 6 car gets the win here at Talladega Super Speedway. Congratulations. Enjoy that money. Second place was the number 115 of Jonathan Mitchum. Third was the number 5 of Brandon Holder. Fourth, the number 11 of Toby Eckenberg. Finishing 5th was the number 27 of Corey Miller. 6th was the number 8 of Bill Watkins. 7th was the number 7 of Joshua McKinney. Finishing 8th was the number 49 of TJ Floyd. 9th was the number 34 of James Grimm. 10th was the 1 of Ian Martin. 11th was the number 06 of Wyatt C. Martin. 12th, the 22 of Dylan Herviton. Finishing 13th was the number 76 of Ron Morris Jr. And finishing 14th was the number 19 of Jory Williams. Starting off, we're going to pull in Jonathan Mitchum into the booth, see what was his take on that final green-white checker. Hey, Jonathan, this is Atlee Joe in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
So, wow, what a crazy finish. A lot of accidents going on up front. What was your take on that final green-white checkered here at Talladega Super Speedway?
Basically, I was staying behind Ian the whole time, and then he kind of disappeared, and then we followed up with the car he was down low by himself. And then once they all started getting all over each other, my buddy Hunter, he was spotting for me, and he just trying to keep me in the pedal because I have a habit of just letting off because I don't want to be involved in that stuff. But I just held her down and prayed for the best, and it worked out. Came out on the good side.
Yeah, I was telling that man before that final restart, I said, this is the time. You got to put pedal to the metal. It don't matter what happens. Go for it all. And you went for it all, Jonathan, coming home second, taking home that second place cash. Congratulations, man. Anybody want to thank?
Mainly just my buddy Hunter King. He's been spotting for me for the past few races. We've been having a good time. We're childhood friends, so it's been a lot of fun just hanging out with him and talking to him and running these races. So Feels good to actually be finishing up here for once.
Well, enjoy that podium money. Congratulations.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Who's next? Oh, got
Holder.
the final podium finisher that's gonna get some money. Got Brandon Holder in the booth, so we'll pull him in here as well. Hey Brandon, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. You got a copy?
Looks like he's muted.
Yeah, I've got you, bud.
All right. So that was a very exciting finish. You had a very tall order making your way up from the back of the pack to push Brad near. Give us a look. What was your take on that final green-white checkered here at Talladega Super Speedway?
Well, I had some connection issues before the last caution, so I was just glad that the caution came out and I got a good restart and got it to Brad and just worked out to where I finished in the top three. I got really, really lucky, I feel like.
Yeah, so I was telling Atman before that final restart that you had a tall order to get up to your teammate and help push him out past those guys. But Ian took you guys 3 wide at one point, and then it just didn't work out for him. Is that how you ended up where you were at?
Yeah, I don't feel like that was the right move for Ian. I mean, hindsight's 2020. I think if he'd have stayed on the bottom, it would have turned out better for him. But I don't know. I was hooked up with Brad on the top, so who knows? I mean, we all made it without wrecking, so it was a good race.
Well, enjoy that podium money, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks for broadcasting it. Thanks, Ian, for putting it on. We appreciate it.
Like we got his teammate in the waiting room as well. Brad Neer, he's the winner. So we'll try to get him in here as well. Hey Brad, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you guys.
Awesome. So first, congratulations on that win. You had a lot of craziness going on up there. So what was your take on that final green-white checkered?
Well, I saw Ian. They got around me, and I saw Ian go high, and there was just enough room to fit in the middle, and I'd already committed to the middle, and just that was an intense finish.
Yeah, so that's like the race winning move going to the middle there. Ian tries to follow it up and do the same behind you, and it doesn't end up working out for him. I think the door got closed a little bit, but definitely a heck of a run toward the end. Jonathan Mitchum coming out of nowhere and stealing a little second place money from your teammate there, though. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I just got to thank BK Paints, Dreamer Racing Series, and of course my teammate Brandon. I mean, we had a plan, and he ran into connection issues, and thought that was going to foil the plan, but it was. I just moved up too late to try and pull him high for second, so it was a good day for the team.
Well, enjoy that prize money. Congratulations.
All right, guys, thanks for broadcasting, and I want to thank Ian for putting this on. This was a lot of fun,
Speaking of Ian, we also got Ian Martin in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So that was tough break there on that final lap there. Had a lot of congestion going on up front. What was your take on the little incident on that final lap?
Well, obviously, me and Wyatt were working together the whole race, and then got that late caution. Didn't expect to get that. People racing hard in the back and brought it out. I thought we were going to have it locked up for sure, and then got the green-white checkered, and I was in the lead, and I saw them coming. I knew if I went up to block, I'd be set, and then I just went a little too high, and Brad was able to get that nose in there. So I tried to do the same thing to him on the backstretch and ended up getting hooked by, I think it was Corey Miller, something like that. Ended up getting hooked, took out me and Wyatt, which sucks.
Yeah, just a racing deal, Ian. It looked like you guys were all battling hard there toward the end for that finish money, baby. But hey, come back next time, stronger, harder, faster. Hey.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely didn't mean for that wreck to happen. Like I said, just going for the hole, trying to win the race, trying to get me and Wyatt first and second, especially, and didn't end up working out.
Regardless, congratulations. Thanks for putting on this money race. Gave some guys something to do on Monday night, and continue putting on some great shows.
Yep, thank you.
That'll do it here at Talladega Super Speedway for a great money race. Again, go and visit the iRacing Super Stock League Facebook page. There's a page and a group to join. Go to the Discord page. If any business inquiries, make sure to DM them. Thank you for watching. We're Intensity Broadcasting. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Right now, our goal on Twitch and YouTube is 100 followers. We're at Twitch affiliate status, but we're going for Twitch partner. That would be absolutely crazy. So I think we can do it as a community. So make sure to do that. Visit our Facebook page for stream links and any information on races that you could be able to join yourself and race in. So I'm Atlee Atman-Weiss, and joining me tonight was Joe Wright. Thank you for watching. Over and out.